Azerbaijanis are marking the 31st anniversary of Black January that saw the brutal killing of at least 150 people. Hundreds of civilians were also wounded by the Soviet army in the capital Baku and surrounding areas on January 20th, 1990, the eve of the country's independence. While the day is being marked as a day of sorrow, but at the same time a day of pride because of the country's heroes who sacrificed their lives. Let's get more on this and speak to Ahmad Shahidov in Baku. He's the head of Azerbaijan's Institute for Democracy and Human Rights. Ahmad, good to speak to you again. How is this day being remarked in Baku?
Thank you for having me in your program. Yes, today is a very important day in the history of the Azerbaijani people. Also, January 20 is a day of sorrow, day of grief. In fact, today it's also a symbol of the heroic history of the Azerbaijani people, because 31 years ago, the people of Azerbaijan raised their voices in protest against the Soviet Empire and the Soviet government, which wanted to stifle this voice, sent troops to Baku, the capital. And the aim was to kill the spirit of freedom of the Azerbaijani people and suppress the struggle for freedom. It was also an equal struggle, because armed soldiers on the tanks stood against the civilians population, and thousands of people took to the streets and stood in front of Soviet tanks. It was similar to what happened in Turkey on July 15, 2016. In fact, I liken the events of January 20 in Azerbaijan to the events of July 15 in Turkey. In both countries, the people have made history, fought unarmed against armed terrorists and defended their state. In this sense, January 20 is a heroic page for us, for Azerbaijani people, and it was after the event that the Soviet Empire began to collapse and liberation movements began in all post-Soviet republics. However, the heroic massacres took place in Baku, in the capital of Azerbaijan, and the largest number of victims took place in Azerbaijan. Today, the Alley of Martyrs was built in the most beautiful part of the capital, Baku, and January 20 martyrs lie in that place. And this place is both a history, a memory of blood, and a sacred shrine for the people of Azerbaijan. Every year, on January 20, hundreds of thousands of Azerbaijanis visit the Alley of Martyrs and pray for the souls of our martyrs. Not only the martyrs of January 20, but also the martyrs of the First Karabakh War lie there. And in short, if these events had not taken place, if the heroic sons and daughters of Azerbaijan had not taken to the streets on January 20 and fought against the occupying Soviet army, I think that perhaps today there would not be an independent country called the Republic of Azerbaijan. So we are indebted to those days and proud of our history.
Thank you so much, Ahmad Shahidov, the head of Azerbaijan's Institute for Democracy and Human Rights.